centrifugal compacting. So these are the different methods in order to consider compacting of the powder metals. So in that previously we have discussed die casting. Okay. So in this die casting we have considered uniaxial pressing that has been taking place, and what is the pressure it is required, and how many times it will be the cyclic process it will be get carried out. Then what is cold pressing, what is hot pressing, all these things we have been gone through previous class. And also we have considered centrifugal compacting also, where we are going to pour the powder, okay, into that rotating chamber mold. Then we are going to make it rotate at 3 to 3000 rpm, 300 to 3000 rpm, depending upon the size of that material. Then we are going to get the part or a component. And also there was a disadvantage that it will be taking a long time for in order to develop a product. One of the disadvantages of this centrifugal compacting. So these things we have discussed in the previous class. Now the next one is rolling. Okay, next one is rolling. So in this you can see there are a number of rollers are there. A thin like structure, film like structure, it has been get produced. Okay, then we will be having a heating chamber and also straightening, all those things we will be having. Just we can take the water step by step how it will be get carried out. Now you can see the first one is the hooper. Okay, first one is the hooper, where the input of that powder it will be get placed. Okay, it is the input of the process what we get, the thing we need to manufacture. 1 second. Okay, yeah, the first one let me consider it is a hooper, where we are going to add the metal powder. Okay, metal powder which will be get added there. Then the second one is pair of rollers. Okay, second one is pair of rollers which mechanically compresses the powder to get the green body. So already I said what is that green part, so which is unfinished part which will be obtained from the different methods of compacting. So then it will be sent for the further process of in order to get the good product. So here we will be having a pair of rollers will be there which are mechanically presses the powder to form the green body. Okay, and in order to get the component in a strip like structure. Next, the third one is after getting the strip over here. Okay, then it will be passed on to the third process. So here the third process I can say it is a furnace. Okay, it is a furnace. In order to achieve metallurgical bonding between the powder particles, the strip is passed on to the furnace. So in which the synitard will be taken place by the diffusion between the atoms. Then after the furnace, after obtaining metallurgical bonding, then the fourth it will be passed on to the rollers. Again it will be passed on to the rollers. So I said already why there will be n number of the rollers will be there. So while collecting a thread or while collecting any type of the sheet. Okay, and also I said to you people, you can visit once. There is a sheet manufacturing industries. There are plenty of industries available within our college itself. Okay, small type of the sheet manufacturing industries. Okay, so there you can see there will be n number of rollers will be there. Like simultaneously we will be having 10 to 15 rollers. It will be present. From that we are going to get the strip in what all the thickness it will be get reduced, and the design can be varied with respect to that. Okay, so here also the same thing. So first it will be passed on to the powder it will be passed on to the number 1, then it will come to number 2 roller, then number 3 it will come to the furnace, and number 4 again it is a roller, and again here it is rolled once after the sintering process to get the better properties. Then it will be passed, then it will be passed on to the component 5. Okay, so in that component 5 we will be having a cooling, it will be takes place, and finally wound into the coil, and finally wound into the coil. Now the sintering body can see the next point. The sintering body may then undergo various methods to further improve their properties. So after completing this green part or a sintered body, it will be further passed on to the some other processes to improve the properties. So, and also is given some of the most secondary operations like carburization, infiltration, restamping, surface compression, and implementation. It will be carried out. So, like this, finally, the powder is get converted into one component. So, one of the method for compacting, okay, is this roller also, rolling also. It's very simple. Just you can put powder into this, metal powder into this hooper. Then this metal powder, it will be the bonded, it will be takes place, and it will be a roller will be there. So when it is passed on to the roller, okay, then it will be formed like a sheet like structure, it will be get formed, and this sheet like structure it will be get passed on to the furnace. Okay, so then after it is passed on to the furnace, okay, sintering process will be taken place, okay, in the furnace. Then it will be passed on to the roller after the sintering of that thin sheet, okay, then it will be passed on to the cooler where the cooling of the sheet it will be taken place, okay, then it will be finally wound to the coil. Finally it will be get wound to the coil, it will be taken place. So this is how the rolling operation it will be method it will be get carried out. Okay, next one is